Hello, I'm Arya and today I will show you how to do an alpine stitch. It's a very pretty stitch and although it looks complicated, it's really very simple. Start with a foundation chain that's a little longer than you want your project to be since this stitch tends to contract your fabric a little bit. I will only be doing a small swatch. Do a single crochet into every one of these chain stitches. A single crochet is just where you put your needle into your stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through both loops. And then the next. Repeat until the end of your foundation chain. Here's my row of single crochet stitches. For your next row, do 2 chain stitches, 1, 2, and turn your work. This pair of chain stitches counts as 1 double crochet. Do 1 double crochet into every stitch on this row. Skip this one since it's already been covered by this double crochet, and go into this one. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, and pull through the stitch. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2 again. That's a double crochet. Do this for the next one. Yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, remove it from the stitch. You have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 again, and so on until the end of your row. Make sure not to skip your last stitch. Here's the last stitch. I will do a double into it as I did for the entire row. Insert your hook, yarn over. You now have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 again. This is a row of single crochets first and then a row of double crochets above it. For your next row, chain 1 and turn your work. Do a row of single crochets. To repeat, a single crochet is this. Insert your hook into your stitch, yarn over, remove your hook from the stitch with 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through both loops. Repeat until the end of the row. Again, be sure not to skip your last stitch, which in this case was the 2 chains that you did before. So go into the top chain, pull up, take 2 loops of your chain. This can be a little difficult. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. For your next row, and this is the row where the alpine stitch really starts to show up, chain 2 and turn your work. This time, instead of doing a regular double crochet, you will do something that's called a front post double crochet. Look at this double crochet that was done in your second row. Yarn over, and instead of going into the top of this stitch as you normally would, go behind your double crochet like this. Yarn over and pull up a loop from behind your double crochet. Let me show you that again. Yarn over, insert your hook behind this double crochet post, yarn over, and pull out from behind the double crochet. You now have 3 loops on your hook as for a regular double crochet, and make sure that the length of this loop is long enough to be the same height as a regular double crochet. Yarn over, pull through both loops here, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. This gives you the effect of this double crochet having been pulled in front. Notice that there is a single crochet stitch behind this double crochet that you have just done, and you are skipping this since it's already been covered by this double crochet. Yarn over and do a regular double crochet into the next stitch. So this is the one that you're skipping, go into this one. That's a double crochet. For your next stitch, do a front post double crochet again. Yarn over and go behind this one. So this was the previous one that you used. This column has been covered by this regular double crochet you've done here, and do a front post double crochet behind this one. Yarn over, insert your hook behind the double crochet, yarn over, pull through, and you now have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2 again. This gives you your second alpine stitch, which is a front post double crochet followed by a regular double crochet, a front post double crochet, again followed by a regular double crochet next to your front post stitch here. Another one behind the post of a double crochet from a previous row. Make sure to get the correct height. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through 2 again. Once you've repeated this pattern until the end of your row, make sure to do your last stitch as just a regular double crochet every single time. So yarn over, irrespective of which stitch came before, your last stitch should always be just a regular double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 again. So this gives you your first row of alpine stitches. Chain 1, turn your work and do a row of single crochets. So insert your hook, yarn over, and pull through 2. Keep going until the end of the row. Here I've done a row of single crochets, again making sure to do a stitch in the last column. Yarn over, chain 2, and now do another row of alpine stitches. This time you will use the alternate columns to do your front post double crochet. So here this was the first column, this was the second column, which was an alpine stitch. So for the second column now you will do a regular double crochet into this stitch. This one was for the first stitch, this one was for the second stitch. Now for the third stitch, which was previously a regular double crochet, you will do an alpine double crochet, or the front post double crochet. So go behind this one where you had in the row that you had previously done the front post double crochets. Go behind the double crochet, yarn over, and pull out a loop. So now you have 3 loops on your hook, one from previously yarning over and one from behind the double crochet. Pull through 2 and pull through 2 again. So this gives you this alternating back and forth pattern. Next, do a regular double crochet into the next stitch above this next front post double crochet. For your next stitch, do a front post double crochet, alternating. going with this pattern until the end of the row. Note that at the end of this row, I have a regular double crochet and I still have one stitch to go, where I have to do a regular double crochet and not a front post double crochet, even though the pattern would otherwise dictate it, where it goes regular, front post, regular, front post. But to give it a nice clean border, the last stitch always has to be a regular double crochet. It's possible that in your square, your last double crochet in the first alpine row will have to be a regular double crochet, so you'll have to do 2 regular double crochets. It only depends on whether you've got an odd or even number of stitches in your pattern. Now that you've got 2 rows of alpine, go back to the original pattern. So chain 1, do a row of single crochets. At the end of this row of single crochets, which I've just done, yarn over, chain 2, and then do another row of alpine double crochets in which the first stitch is a front post double crochet and the second one is regular, front post, regular, front post, regular. So the way that you did your first row of alpine. Repeat this until your work is as tall as you want it to be. This is the alpine stitch.